Houston, the idea that illegal youths are going to stay here is, to Will's point, based in the reality. Many of them are staying here. In fact, many of them are already being resettled with alleged family members in this country.
Absolutely, and I think there are a multitude of reasons why we see this happening. And I do think, to Jay Johnson's point, and the point that you hear the administration making a lot, that there are these push factors like poverty and crime that are encouraging people to come over. That is all probably true, and that may be true, but you cannot decrease deportations like that and not send a mixed message where people look at that and they think, okay, I can come there and I can stay. You look at just the sheer numbers, and it's only natural for someone to assume we might as well try and go now because they're not going to send anyone home.
I think this shows the bind that the administration is in when it's trying to get comprehensive immigration reform passed. Because a lot of the questions are, okay, well, why aren't they increasing border security or increasing deportations? There is a big push from the left of the Democratic Party against anything like that, against increased border security. And that's exactly what Democrats are pushing back against in any comprehensive immigration reform package. At the same time, the right, the Republicans, want increased border security. They're left in this sort of bind, and they actually can't get anything done, almost as if it's designed to cause a crisis.
Well, that goes to the goal of the administration right now. They're leading the American people to believe that we're all on the same page. We want a secure border, and we're going to deal with this. But as I said, Jay Johnson, when pushed, said that it's all about the process, that there's a process that will happen. And he wouldn't get to the end of that, though. He wouldn't say what would actually happen. And that forced David Gregory to actually push him on the issue and say, what does the administration want? This, again, is from Meet the Press on Sunday.
Is the goal of the administration to settle as many of these kids in America as possible?
The goal of the administration is to stem the tide and send the message unequivocally that
what about the thousands of children who are here now? What is the goal of the administration? To settle them in America or to deport them back to situations that might be even life-threatening?
There is a deportation proceeding pending against everyone who comes into this country illegally and is apprehended at the border.
Since we couldn't get an answer from the Secretary of Homeland Security on this, would anyone else like to take a stab at what is the goal of the administration for the tens of thousands of illegal minors currently in the country?
To have them have immigration hearings where the standard is going to be something along the lines of asylum for safety because they're sent back to their country, they'll be recruited into gangs or sold into sex trafficking or some of the other buzzwords that have been thrown around and which the migrants are well aware of, by the way. So once they have their process, many of them will be allowed to stay. That is a clear goal. Maybe not stated outright, but it seems...